newest Multicam 2007 and the LSM VIA 1.8. Basically, the Multicam version, the new one, will be released later this month. It will be June. Mind it, it's not yet released. It will be in June. The LSM VIA application will be released in July. So it's still operation pending. However, we already know what's going on, what options we'll have, what will be possible, and I think both from engineering and operational perspective, it will be quite, not maybe huge, but really helpful. So basically, let's start. Hopefully, I'm being heard quite well. My production is saying that's okay, so we can start. Really brief session. So please give me the first slide, the next slide. Okay, guys. So welcome to the EVS world. In the newest XT-VIA, we will be XT Multicam 2007. We will be able to connect up to 32 servers in the network. I'm talking about browsing and interconnection. So XT-VIA will give us a possibility to be connected to 42 servers. And when talking about the limitations of XT-Go, it will be maximum 5 servers in the network. I'm not talking about the gigabit, of course, but rather browsing. So basically, it's a quite advancement. So 32 servers in the newest Multicam when talking about the VIA setup, and up to 5 servers when talking about XT-Go. I'm not concentrating right now on XS because it's for me it's not a slow-mo solution, it's rather news and playout. So maybe I'll just do the next session about XS VIA. So in short, 42 servers VIA, 5 servers XT-Go. Then we'll have a possibility to use the Apple ProRes codec in UHD and 4K. So Apple ProRes UHD and 4K will be available, and also in UHD and 4K we are able to get a super slow-mo cameras, 4 super slow-mo cameras in UHD and 4K. Next thing, as I said, the release will be the end of June, hopefully. I'm correct, end of June. So I would focus on only these things, as I don't want this session to be long, that we have 42 servers of VIA, 5 servers of XT-Go, a new Apple ProRes codec in UHD, and additional slow-mo cameras in UHD and 4K. So we go next to next slide, please. Okay, previous, great, thank you. LSM VIA 1.8, and that's quite impressive, honestly, and that's me on the left, and the VIA remote on the right. So yeah, as it's written, as you can see, it brings quite amazing new features, which will optimize the LSM VIA remote workflow. It's planned to be released in the July 2024. So let's go to the next slide, Alex. And that's all. Basically, I just gathered everything from my perspective, which is quite essential here in this slide. I'll share these slides later. And let's start. New features or something which is being improved. For me, quite essential, and I will really focus on that, it's clip creation boundaries. So basically, when we place in and out on the record train on some camera angles, it can be in and out on all camera angles. Let's say we have 4 ins only, so ABCD angles. If we place in and out, it can be in the TC in can be placed in every angle. TC out can be placed in also each angle. However, we can set ins and outs independently Basically, we can have different in on angle A, totally different in on angle B. On camera C, we can have also different angle, and on camera D, we can have a different angle of different angle. Sorry, we can have a different in on camera D, and totally different out on camera D. It works in the program mode, so multi-program modes, and it works also in program preview. Think about possibilities if we have time, of course, how flexible we can be if we can preset ins and outs on different angles and just do the fast slow-mo replays on program preview. Let's say you have different applications for that, of course. However, I think we can be quite creative with the possibility of doing in and out on different angle totally differently. So that's it. Another nice feature I noticed, it's mark button. We have a button which is mark. Yeah, we do that for let's say offsides in the football matches or soccer as the Americans call it. And basically the mark, which can be a cue, which can be some form of a label for us, like a timestamp, or just we can freeze on it. We can place mark button, like we can proceed with the mark button action while we are playing out the playlist. So basically, we are playing out the playlist number 12, and we are set as mark live, and even though we are playing out, we can still mark live cameras, live events while playing out. So we don't waste time. And as we know, for EVS operator, not wasting time is the precious thing. So basically, we can be on a playout and we can still hit the mark button. We'll have the cues and timestamps. Mind that the settings has to be set up to mark live option, mark live setting. Another thing which is quite a-okay is playout scroll in the playlist focuses on the played clip. So basically we have a different form of focusing and narrowing the playout in the playlist. We can see still the playout clip while we're playing out the playlist, but the process of showing how the next clips are, which queuing up the next clips will be visible in quite a different way, which will a bit make us more aware of where we are in the playlist. Will not get lost. Also, when we are finishing the playlist, it's we have a counter, yeah, like a time code, and we are counting down how many seconds are left until the end of the clip. So not only we'll see the counter like 10, 9, 8, 7, countdown clock 6, 5, it will become red. So you will see this little improvement as, oh my God, I have only 15 seconds or 10 seconds, and I have a timer uh, totally on red. That means I will be off air in a second. So I think that's good for awareness. So can we switch also right now a bit for a moment for the camera, please, Alex? Okay, guys. So basically, I'll right now that's my setup in my studio, my VSS as LSM VIA XT Go here. Basically, what I want to tell you that in the playlist we'll be playing. Let's get some. I don't know which page. Do we have something in the playlist? Now we can use the Shift or Control and just select different clips. If you want to select all clips in the playlist, we have to play with buttons like Shift and first clip and second and end clip. Then we can manage all playlists. But since the 1.8, I was in via 1.8, it's only Control A. If we let's say click here and just click Control A, all playlists will be basically highlighted. So we can manage all playlists by just Control A, like in Windows, And moreover, we can also select some particular clips, and let's say choose 10 of them, and change all the playlist mix, transitions, cuts, fades at once. So basically, we can select a few clips, few transitions, and also change them like in the groups. So it's quite nice. We can just manage a bit more about that. The counter, I think, it's really nice option to have this counter because countdown clock, because if it becomes red, I think the operators knows it's something's going on. Please, let's go for a moment to the slide one more time. Okay, so next thing on the list will be the mm, what to consider. There's so many things. Engineering stuff. Let's do some engineering stuff. We can export finally the operational settings. So basically, uh, we can get uh, we can get our shortcuts and playlist shortcuts. I don't know, macro commands and shortbox, and we can all export it to our external station. Can we switch one more time to the so let's say, I think at least for me, the pain in Qatar World Cup when the guys were just presetting every shortcut here every day or doing shot boxes, then somebody else arrived. That basically all these shortcuts and shot boxes were cleared by other users. They have to redo that one more time. They just have to redo that. And now we can just export settings, operational settings here in LSM VIA setting app, and we can get not infrastructure settings, but we can get all operational settings, export them onto a USB stick or whatever, and choose if we want, let's say, part of the show of the buttons to be exported. If you want part of the shotbox button to be exported, we can choose what we want. If we want to export clip duration, guard band, so we can choose whatever we want to save, get it on the USB stick, import that in theory later on 1000 kilometers away, and then have all our playout, our amazing layout ready to go. And that's really helpful. I have seen so many guys just fighting for creating a lot of shortcuts day by day because we have a different teams in um, Olympic committee in during Olympic Games or World Cup, and they had to redo that every second day if we have a different teams at the same compound. Now you just export, import, and you're a-okay. Please switch to the slide. Okay, let's see what we can focus on right now. Uh, Clip boundaries, we set something about clip boundary, possibility to choose the multiple clips in the playlist. Control A for the all playlists to be chosen. Also mark live, which is nice. While playing out, you can do mark live. I think the game changer is clip creation boundaries for independent for the different camera angles. That's quite okay because that's really helpful. So yeah, let's wait for the newest release, guys. Let's wait for the newest release. It will be June for Multicam and July for LSM VIA 1.8. And for me, that's the most important. Of course, I don't say that's the most important. That's my focus, basically. That's what I've chosen, basically. Please switch to me, please, for a moment. Oppa. Hi, guys. And yeah, if you know something else which is really important, I forgot. If you know more, just please keep me posted. It's amazing to learn from different people around the world. So basically, I need more information. If you uh, would like me to focus more regarding the LSM VIA 1.8 and Multicam 2007. Hopefully, it's something new for you, so you can get a glance what will you have in next month. Yeah, let's go to the slides for a moment, please. The last slides. Hopefully you enjoyed it a bit. You will get also the presentation later, and the video has been recorded, so you can also get review that later. Uh, this is a highlights. I would like to invite you for our trainings in Warsaw. VS trainings, we do simulations and simulations of a real matches, real broadcasts, real cameras, real ISOs. Basically, we have a lot of stuff from esports and gaming uh, to the totally standard matches. Can we switch to the camera for a moment? Yes, as now we have the FIBA Champions League of basketball. We're playing with that. We have also handball. We have speedway. We have esports. So basically, uh, we're trying to simulate in our doing our trainings for 2 days, the real situation, real life broadcast environment. We have intercoms, wipes, everything. We do highlights, ending clips, and after 2 days, it's two times 7 hours of training. Really, the trainees are sweat and happy, so they know a lot about EBS, about what's going on, and. Also, we have engineering trainings where we can switch to the last slide, please. Also, one more time, we have engineering trainings uh, where we have uh, our server on board, and in short, we rig everything from scratch. We rig the cameras, we rig the reference signal, we rig like we patch the time codes and everything until it works. So basically, the trainee is not leaving the studio until all the EVS works. So we try to do that really hands-on for the EVS, I would say, and both engineering and operational. I will show you guys our little server. Wait a minute, with the server. That's our little guy here. You can show it, Alex, for a moment. That's our little guy. Hello, baby. So basically, we just rig it. A lot of cables and mess at the back. The guys and trainees are playing with that during our sessions, and we have quite a lot of stuff to do here. One more time, slide, please. One more time, slide, please. Hopefully, we saw the server or not previously. Michael, no. So can we see the server one more time, please? Yeah, that's our mess. One more time. Sorry, guys. Vision mixer failed. It happens. Little server, a lot of mess. Stations. Don't change it. We rig all studio. We have a console here. We have audio mixing thing. So basically, you rig all the studio before trainees leaving, and I think these sessions are quite impressive in some way. Slide one more time. The last one. Thank you very much, guys. Hopefully, I wasn't too boring. And yeah, if you need something more, just hit me. You know my LinkedIn, and I think that's all. Thank you for the session.